Our 2 cents.
With Oscar.
Welcome back to everyone that's been keeping up. Here we go again with our 2 cents. Today is Monday, the 9th of August. What a ride. What a year have we had. It's been all kinds of... I think, if anything, this year's been worse than last year. I think so. But then again, it's just different perspectives. Last year, the worst was that we all got shut down. But no, there was fires and floodings again last year. So how come they always think this is the last days? Every year they say the days are coming. These are the last days. Whatever that means. But all we know is that one side of the world is being flooded and the other side is it's on fire. I guess it wasn't as bad as Australia, right? How many animals did die in Australia last year? But that's not important. We'll get into that. As a matter of fact, I'll write it down. I can't even write down anything right now. My brain's been like, how many species died in Australia last year? 2021 fires. We'll find an answer to that because I want to know now that I got into that. But before we get into anything else, it is Monday, the 9th of August. Like I said, it is technically it's the first week of the month, right? It's the first week of the month. It's amazing and it's crazy to think how fast the days go. I noticed that from the time I graduated to now, it's everything's just been like a race. Nothing stopped. Everything's just kept going and going and going and going. And I don't know about you, but I find it creepy because it feels like the days are just getting faster and faster. But anyways, happy National Rice Pudding Day. I was watching The Hangover 2, and stew happens to be a rice pudding, which they call him chok. Is it CHOK? I don't know. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but apparently that's like kind of like rice pudding. I don't know. Could be, could not be. And it's also Happy National Book Lover Day. This is an amazing day. That's wonderful. That's what we need to have more of. Not this fucking ice cream puddings and ice cream chocolate cookies and ice cream. I don't even know what the hell the fucking kind of ice creams are out there, but I enjoy them. I enjoy them too. Like everyone else, I enjoy my nice treat of ice cream every time I have ice cream. And last but not least, happy National Veep Day. National Veep Day on August 9th recognizes the secession plan of the President of the United States. They also acknowledge the one president who is neither elected vice president nor President, Gerald Ford. Whatever the hell that means. It's a bunch of articles and sections that whatever that means. It has something to do with the vice president. But who gives a shit about that? Not we, not I, not anybody, anyways. So, I was getting into that subject right now. We wrote it down. How many animals died in Australia last year? But as of today, I don't understand what's going on in Australia. New World Order lockdowns. What the hell is going on? Is this what we're going to be facing in us over here in this side of the world in the fall again? is just mass, just shut down everything and not give a shit about it, about the people that lose everything because everything got shut down. A lot of people depend on everything being open. I don't know where this is heading, but it sure is scary. Every time that you even sit down and think about it, it just gets worse. But I'm up to the point where I think, how do I put this? It's kind of like I don't want to pay attention to anything anymore because it's just overwhelming. Every time, you know what that means, right? Every time I touch the microphone, there's just nervousness that I got to control. Anyways, but what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Thank you. Anyways, back to Australia. What is going on? New World Order. What does that mean? Should we find out what it means? How do you search it? We should probably use DuckDuckGo because Google ain't gonna give us nothing interesting. But if I'm using, anyways, whatever. I'll just go to this the Jevons.org. So, addressed by Senator Gareth Evans, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade in Melbourne High School speech night, Melbourne 28. Whatever it is, it's a long article. It's like a 3-page, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? I don't know. I'm not a fast reader, but we'll just get into like the first paragraph of it. My memory of these things is getting a little hazy. After 30 years, the enduring image I retained of speech nights guests during my years of Melbourne Heights is as a process in separate hair, old boys in varying degrees, whatever that means. See, this is nothing, but we should use DuckDuckGo if you want to find out exactly what the hell is going on, because as we all know, Google has to hide things, if you know what I mean. The thing is, there is so many opinions from dumb people like me to smart people with important information. I keep hearing the people who get the are the ones, how do I put this? Are the ones passing the virus. And I also keep hearing that the numbers are low, even though people are getting still, the death numbers are low, even though people are still getting the disease. So my question is, but also, where you keep hearing that they want to put a booster for people who have already the vaccine. What does that mean? But I thought the vaccine I thought the vaccine, I thought the medicine, I'm gonna say medicine. I should be using keywords because I already got one thing with me with YouTube, but I don't need another one. But to me, it sounds like they're kind of giving a treatment to all of us. They're not giving a cure per se. They're giving a treatment. If they are now talking about boosters because there's a variant and all this and all that, but apparently, according to a study back in 2015, if the virus is not killed by the vaccine, is just making the more dangerous, and it could be worse. But I've also heard the opinion that this is here to stay. So that coincides with my thought of it is just treatment. It's not a solution. I'm gonna put it in those words because that's making more sense. And now, a lot of people that have not been vaccinated, they don't know what to do. it's not about. See, I heard a saying a couple of weeks ago. This was from I guess from a business schools. It was from a teacher, right? The teacher said something along the lines of, "If the product is for free, that means they are some way somehow they're gonna make a shitload of money." And it seems like them going to the booster thing, and that's what they're gonna start selling everybody. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I'm not a doctor. The thing is scary. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's so much information that you received, and not all of us know how to process it. And that's why it's important to try to talk to as many people as you can to see what other opinions are, and that's the goal. Because we don't know what's gonna happen. In other news, Greece is on fire. Well, an island in Greece is on fire. Is Greece an island? Let's find out where is Greece. Greece. Let's see. Is Greece an island? It's not an island. But one of Greece there it is. It looks like there's a lot of islands in Greece, and apparently one of them's on fire, and people are escaping on boats out of there. Gee, how scary is that? Think about the people that lived in that island. How do you get through? How do you get over the fact that everything you know and you lived around, it might be gone when you come back? Somebody who knows that struggle are people in Australia too. Going back to Australia, was it when was the worst fires that Australia had? I might guess it was last year, right? Let's find out. It's not 2021. It was 2020. Yeah, there was the center of disaster. Yeah, the Australian bushfire. See that one was scary. Let's find out how many species went missing. Okay, so Australia fires 113 animal species need help emergency. And fuck you for trying to buy my how do you say it? My reading, whatever the hell it's called. Okay, Australia has identified 113 animal species which need urgent help after their numbers and habitats were devastated by recent bushfires. In a welcome finding, there appear to be no extinctions, said the government. Ooh, that's great. So the no extinctions, but almost all species had lost at least 30% of their habitat due to the mammoth blaze of the south and east over Australian fires. Koalas, wallabies, as well as birds, fish, frog species are among those needing the most help, said experts. Species worst hit by the fire: 13 species of birds, 20 reptiles, 20 invertebrates, 19 mammals, 22 crayfish, and 17 fish. How do fish lose their habitat? Did they use up all the water trying to turn the fire off? Is that what it was? Huh? Rats, frogs, koalas. So that's a good news. Australia did not lose any species. They did lost 30% of their habitats, all of the species, but in the light of good news, nothing was gone. Now that's some dry circumstances that most of us don't think about. See, I've always said this and I keep saying it. I personally living in an area where nothing happens at all. At all. There's fires here and there surrounding my area, but nothing crazy where they're like grab your shit and get out or get out. And there's no grab your shit, just get out. Luckily, we don't have any of that. It would suck if we did, though. I mean, if you've lived through it, you understand it. It is the only way you will understand it. Because here's one thing that I've learned. That the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that ever happened to you. Just think about that. Most of us don't see a struggle, a day-to-day struggle. And that's the reason why we sit in the situation we sit. Because at least the people that I know, I should say, at least the people that I know don't get out there and get it. They are comfortably enough sitting at home doing what they're always done. Just go to work Monday through Friday and not seek a way out of this rat race. And I don't even know how I got into the rat race subject. Oh, it was because I was seeing the worst thing that's ever happened to you. It's the worst thing that ever happened. That's how. And apparently, what was it? Sunday night? Was it Sunday night? No, Saturday night. Apparently, Saturday night, it was Nebraska's turn to go underwater. If I remember last month, it was all over Asia, Europe. Everything was getting flooded. And now it's over here in Nebraska. It sucks. There was a video that I guess somebody posted on an elevator. I think flooded. It is horrible to think. It's scary. Like this guy right here. That's not it. Well, I didn't prepare to show it, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I think I am gonna do it because this is a great video. I want to watch it. I want to watch this video. So it looks like the guy. Let me see. All right. So this is it right here. Let's see. You can hear it, but you can't. You can see it, but you can't hear it. Let's see that. The elevator is going down. Oh my God, they're neck deep into water. Now, it makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder. Wait a minute. What does it make you wonder? I don't know. What does it make you wonder? It really makes you wonder. What would you do in that situation? See, a lot of us, including myself, would not know how to react in that situation. Think about you're lowering yourself down into the elevator, right? But you must have seen it. I mean, no, most of us don't pay attention because, see, I've walked into places where I don't pay attention to what's happening. I pay attention to the people that surround me. I don't pay attention to what's happening on the surrounding. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that this 2-3 gentlemen, ladies, individuals, non-binary folks, whatever they are, did not pay attention. I highly doubt that binaries are in Nebraska. But everybody's in. Anyways, what would I do? See, anybody asks and tries to give an explanation, what is the first thing you would do? Nobody is sincere. Nobody gives an honest answer. nobody gives you their honest opinion of what they would do. The answer is, well, what can you do? There's only a few things that you could actually do. Because you got to think the elevator has electricity, it's got lights. So if it's touching water, am I in trouble? Can you stop the elevator as you see the water rushing in? Why did you not hit the stop button to stop the elevator from moving? So, but these people thought they were going to die. But here's my first thought if that was me going down in the elevator. Oh shit, water coming in. That's an honest to God first reaction. Now, the second one would be try to relax. What do I do? And once I'm relaxed, I probably try to. No, see, this is just me saying it out here, sitting comfortably in my chair, talking to you guys. That's me. That's just an honest answer. But in reality, I don't know if I would react the same way those girls reacted. Pull the phone out and get it out of the water. You know, my first thought would be, all right, who's around me? I keep trying to say what I would do, but it just comes back to like you don't know. You don't know what one will do or what one could do. So we did figure out how many species die in Australia. Yeah, but that's crazy. To think the things like that are happening around me, and like I said, I'm blessed. I'm lucky enough to where none of this craziness happens around me. It's just, well, I mean, I should say I'm lucky enough to where all this craziness happens around me, and nothing happens like in my city. There's only been a handful of fires out here close to where I live, and I'm not complaining at all. I'm just being grateful that there has not been a fire close to us. So yeah, it's pretty insane to think. It's just not. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so the fire, it's hot. You know the weather. This is what you don't want to have a long cable. I almost last time for some reason there was nothing coming out of here, and that scared the crap out of me. Because the only thing out of this roadcaster that has broken since I've had it, and this was completely my fault because I kept it in the heat. I don't know if before we had video, we were doing it in the shed, but that shed used to get hot. I only had a fan and like a little small, ridiculously small swamp cooler that would keep me cool in there. And from time to time, I had to turn the swamp cooler away from me into the roadcaster. And those hot days, it's what messed up my Bluetooth on my phone, on my roadcaster. But it's fine. I can work with it. I'm just too lazy to deal with the warranty, and I just didn't want to send it back and get another one in the way because it was just gonna be a hassle. But that being said, this was fun. I know I've been MIA for see, my goal is to always do at least two either by myself or if I can get myself somebody else that I find interesting to have a conversation with, then that's great because it just it helps. You know, it's more, I find this more enjoying when I actually see. I almost said the truth. I almost I almost gave myself up that I've been lazy the last week. It's so easy for me to fuck off because I've said it before. If I can find an excuse to, if I can find an excuse to procrastinate, I will. And that's one of my biggest downfalls because it's not. But yeah, so I love finding excuses because now Houston, we have a problem. You see that?
R2.
This is my problem. I always forget how to use this thing, and then I'm over here trying to figure it out as I'm doing the episode. Not today, devil. Not today. And we got it. And that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folk. I'd like to thank every single one of you for letting me into your ears, which might sound a little weird, but it's not. Trust me, it's not weird at all. This is just me saying thank you for listening and downloading, and all the downloads that I've had, and this thing keeps growing and growing, and I'm pretty sure with consistency and time we'll get into a better place with our 2 cents, which used to be the O word, but we decided to change it because we added spice here, but it didn't work, and we're here now, and we're gonna make it work wherever, however many months, whatever it takes, and we're just doing it because we enjoy having fun with these conversations. Please sign up, subscribe to my YouTube channels, subscribe to all the things that I have. Help me out. I know it's pretty much, it doesn't cost you much. It doesn't mean much to you, but it means the world to me. Help me grow this. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folk. That's it for today, and on to the next one. Goodbye, deuces.